So, back in episode 74, we discussed personal branding tips. Why do you think personal branding is important, Meher?
I think personal branding is very important these days. And the famous quote from Jeff Bezos that says, your personal brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room, which is very important these days because at the end of the day, you as a job seeker, quote unquote, you're selling yourself. You're selling your skills, your experience, your values, and what makes you unique that sets you apart from others. And now, nowadays, it's very important to create a very memorable and authentic personal identity, which will help you. And we know that 70% or more of recruiters check LinkedIn profiles before making any decision. And a strong online presence can increase interview calls by 33%. So the personal brand is important to tell people what your values are, what you can bring to the table, your accomplishment and your skills. And there are, in order to develop a personal brand statement, I would say there are four things that you need to ask yourself and answer it so that you can develop your personal brand statement. The first one is who you help. Identifying your audience is important because you need to speak to their language. Second, what you do and highlighting your unique expertise. Example can be is I help business grow their brand presence through data-driven strategies and creative storytelling. So you're showing your unique self. The third question that you need to ask yourself is what you stand for, showcasing your distinctive approach or methods. The example can be I value authenticity, innovation, collaboration, all my work, ensuring that every project aligns with the client's core business. So you're bringing your values, which is also important to know who you are before helping your audience, before helping your client. And finally, the impact you're making. So sharing your results and value delivered is very important these days. So once you have answered all those questions, and again, it takes time. You might not get it from first time. Practice makes perfect, and you can evaluate. You can take time to make it better, to polish it, because as we spoke earlier, where are you going to put your personal brand? Especially nowadays. The first place I would say is on LinkedIn. And again, based on your audience, based on your job search, based on your business, you can put it in X on Instagram. But I would say LinkedIn is the best place to start putting it. And other areas can be in networking events when you go to meet in person, because there are sometimes people say something but in reality they are totally different. So your online presence should meet your in-person presence. So when you're attending events, you should talk about the same values. When you're attending engagements or webinars, you should be the same thing. So that's why authenticity comes in place.
I
Hope
love
that answered the questions very long.
it. Did. It did. I love it. And I really think it's important that you share that personal branding statement and those four questions. Who do you help? What do you do? What do you stand for? And the impact that you're making. And I really think that's important for people to reflect on before they just, start going out here and thinking
Mhm.
about their personal brand and just trying to create content,
Yes.
if that makes sense, Meher.
Yes.